So today we're here with the Vredo 1.2 super compact trailed. I'm just going to go through a few of the operations of the machine, such as coupling it to a tractor, seed depth and seed rate, and detaching it from the tractor after use. Okay, so firstly we're just going to go through attaching the Vredo to the tractor. So first we're going to reverse the tractor up to the drawbar of the Vredo. We're going to plug the hydraulics in and adjust the drawbar accordingly until it's at the right height. Okay, so now that we've reversed the tractor up to the Vredo, we're firstly going to attach the hydraulics, remembering to keep the ends clean. Then going to attach the electrics. Now I'm going to operate the tractor and lift the drawbar up to the correct height. Okay, so now that we've lifted the machine, we're going to swap the legs from the transport into the working position. On this side it's very important to remove the pin, grab the leg and put it in next to the headstock here so that it doesn't foul the wheel on the gearbox. And I'm going to repeat the process this side. Machine now ready for use. Okay, so we're just going to talk through the calibration rates of the Vredo seeder. So if you come to the back and open up the hopper, inside you'll find the calibration chart. The different calibration settings, whether it be so in bent, fescue or ryegrass. So for example, we're going to come to English rye at say 10.4 grams per square metre. I'm going to follow that across. It says setting 4 on the scale. So I'm going to come round to the gearbox, loosen up the locking tabs, adjust it to number 4, like it said on the chart. We're going to close the locking tabs off again to keep a consistent seed rate so it doesn't alter. And that's the seed rate calibrated. Okay, so we're just going to talk through setting the depth on the Vredo, specifically on the trailed super compact version that we have here. For this system we use an accumulator to keep a consistent down pressure and seed depth over undulated ground. For the adjustment, we're going to have someone operating the hydraulics of the tractor. Whilst doing so, we're going to lock off the locking tab and wind the valve all the way out. So we're going to wind the valve back in, and then we're going to see the pressure increase on the valve. We're going to see the depth gauge move on the front. We're going to keep on winding it in until you've reached the correct depth that is required seed that you have. Then I'm going to lock off the valve. Once that's locked off, I'll keep a consistent depth on every single run. Then I'm going to drop the machine down into the ground, try for a couple of feet and see if the settings are correct. So a quick tip for operation is to make sure that this lever is always set in the smallest possible setting. This ensures that seed is only dispensed when in operation and not during transport. So another quick tip is that as a rule of thumb we would normally fit 12 weights to a 1.2, 16 weights to a 1.6 and so on. So if you feel that more weight is required to get the appropriate depth of seed, then you can also ballast the rear roller with water. Okay, so finally we're just going to go through uncoupling the Vredo from the tractor. So firstly we're going to swap the legs over, make sure you do both sides. We're just going to pull the R clip, lift the leg up, slip it over inside the hopper. Do this to make sure that when the machine's lowered down, there's no weight going on the disc, so no damage can come to them. So with both sides done, we're going to go to the machine and operate the hydraulics. The machine then lowered down, we're going to detach the spools. The electrics. Pull the pin on the drill bar. Okay, so once the pin is out, we then drive the tractor away from the machine.